91X.
It is 91X. We're live at the Coachella Flophouse. Please welcome to the couch, Alt J.
Hello.
Hey.
That's where we all clap here, gentlemen. You just played If It's Pleasure.
Yeah.
And that was, you mentioned you haven't been doing many of these acoustic things and you're just starting to do this. Is it weird to do this kind of stuff?
We're learning to, to do it and to enjoy it. I think at first we were really reluctant because we were like, oh, we're not, we're an electric band. We use a lot of keyboards and stuff, but it's actually pretty good for your musicianship to make yourself do
Well, here's
this.
my question. When you get together and write these things, who comes in with the idea? Is it finished? Here's my demo of it, or do you lay it all out acoustically, part by part? You play this and you do that.
It starts acoustically, doesn't it? I mean,
so you're bringing it back, in essence?
Yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah, I think, often Joe will start out by writing, a song on the guitar, and then a lot of your guitar parts might actually get taken away. Maybe,
do you like that, Joe,
once the other
when they
instruments
take
come
your
in.
guitar parts away?
It's all for the good of the song. So, yeah,
all in service of the song, as they say.
Often things are taken away, but then sometimes people end up using my guitar bit as a different, through a different instrument. So
right.
It's all good.
And then once we do it acoustically, it's often putting back in the original guitar parts, to the songs, and that's quite interesting, yeah.
So you're kind of rediscovering your songwriting by having to take these things back to
Why
the
not?
roots.
Sure, yeah.
Because to me, that sounded amazing. Cool. The stuff you guys just did right there. You're looking forward to today, obviously?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think we've not got any, we could be watching music tonight. It's going to be awesome, yeah.
Is this, you've played any festivals previous to this? Any big things that we don't know about?
In the US, no. Apart from, we did ACL last year, but we're very early on. I think this is our first big American festival, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you've obviously been to Glastonbury, those kind of things.
Yeah,
yes?
last year, in the UK and Europe, we've played a lot of festivals, and we're playing Glastonbury this year for the first time, which will be great.
But what about as
punters?
As punters, yes. Thanks you for
I used to go to festivals when I was younger, up into Glastonbury and Isle of Wight, Benicassim and places like that, yeah.
You've seen the event, you've seen the thing already, you've been over to the place?
Yeah.
What do you, give me a comparison.
It's a lot cleaner. The grass is a lot more lush here.
And we're in the middle of a desert.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, it's fantastic. Really, really nice.
So at this point, you're cool with everything?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to throw it to 91x.com, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds with the Alt J. It's 91X. Tell me when you're ready. You're still rolling, Justin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Forming this band, run me through. Who was it, like an ad on Craigslist? What was the deal? Because to me, you're almost developing a new. This is why I bring it up. You're almost developing a new genre. Nobody can really go, oh, Alt J is a. I mean, you said electric, but that was just as good as anything else. So how did the band get together, and did somebody go, we need to sound like this, and this, or how did it work?
We all met at university in our first year. We were friends. Joe and I met on the first day. We were in halls together, like accommodation.
Which university?
Leeds University. So we all met friends in first year, and then Joe, you'd written some songs before coming to uni, which you wanted to find mates, a band, to play with, and so you approached the four of us sort of, gradually and pieced the band together, and it's been the same line.
Were you all living around Leeds at the point, or just everybody's just going to school there?
Everybody was going to school there, yeah, but we all lived there, obviously, as we were schooling there.
Was it something that just came naturally? Because, I'm still, there's nothing, you can't sit there and go, here's the category they fit in. Sure, under a rock band, if you will, but there's really nobody else that sounds like what you guys are doing now. It's almost like you've reinvented.
I mean, I don't know whether that's true or not. It's hard for me to say.
You're
telling me it's true.
I've been doing this business since before you guys were born, but I'm telling you, you have reinvented things.
I think that basically because we didn't really immerse ourselves in the Leeds music scene. We didn't really listen to much music as a band. We just kind of kept our heads, down and worked on writing songs together. And so I think in that sense, it's a bit like kids who grow up with wolves or something. They're not quite. They're a bit different. We didn't really
Gang
get
of Four,
outside very much.
Gang of Four that came out of Leeds as well, yeah? Same thing. They took music to a different level because it was basically a dance band. The bass and drums in that band were amazing, and this guitar player did whatever the hell he wanted over the top of it, and it fit for some strange reason. And I was trying to figure out, is it something about that area that basically says we don't have to have any freaking rules, and we're going to do whatever the hell we want? Because you said, you know, some of your acoustic parts will go away and then come back as another piece of whatever it is. Is it something that, you know, are you conscious of this, or is this just the way the band works?
I think once we discovered we had we had great chemistry, and it's not city specific. I think we just
Could be like an art school kind of thing, maybe, with Gang of Four and us, and I don't know, some of these bands who come from these kind of liberal arts university background, specifically fine art.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads, you know, yeah, it's
You're okay
maybe
being
something to do with that.
compared to Talking Heads and Gang of Four at the same time?
Sure.
That's okay with you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So maybe it could be different to do with that. I think, you know, a certain approach to creativity that is critical as well as you know, free thinking.
With certain comparisons, I mean, most of the time, I actually haven't ever listened to the bands that people are reminded of when they listen to us.
Right.
So I'm ashamed to say that I've never really listened to Talking Heads, and I don't know who Gang of Four are. I do know who they are, but I've never listened to their music. And I always find that quite interesting. That
And the first time I met you guys, it was, to me, I kept thinking there's something about the Bunnyman that's in there, just because of that main guitar riff. But that was just that progression. But now that I've been going through the record way more, there is no category. There really isn't a category at this point. You've basically effed us, and now we're kind of pissed.
We should probably leave.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm going to ask this is because there are so many people now that have been raving about you, because it's like they can't sit there and go, oh, I like it because I like Hot Chip, or I like it because I like this. It's not, you know, it's nothing like that. So have you been meeting these fans on the road, and what are they telling you? What do they tell you that they love about it?
I've never really asked them.
yeah,
Fans always tell, don't they?
Yeah, maybe
Don't
they
always
do.
just-
I think
they normally tell you about practically like where they've travelled to get here, or they
maybe
ask
like
about-
where they listen to the music. Like I love listening to the music while I'm studying or something, and that's quite nice. But it seems to kind of fit into
I
people's
couldn't do it while I was
lives.
studying. I'd never be able to study. I'd be like listening to, you know, it's not like droney background music.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations for you know, having us have to invent some new kind of a category. If you had to name it, you see that's the thing. You wouldn't want to name it, would you?
No,
You can't name it.
we won't.
You won't name
We
it.
can't and won't.
We are here with Alt J. It is 91X. We're at the Coachella Flophouse. It's 91X. Let me just get one last one here. Yeah, I know. That's going on the web, honey. That's why I said F as opposed to, well, no, I should have said fuck. You rolling? You rolling? Bands on the bill this weekend that you're dying to see, or next weekend. You know, if you had and you didn't have to leave and go play other gigs. Who, what, when, where?
I would
Just tell us.
definitely go and watch Rodriguez, which we're going to miss, which is really annoying. I'd love
What
to see
about next
Rodriguez. Again, not going to be here. I think he's playing on Sunday, both days, and we're not going to be here.
Where are
for
you going
Sundays.
tomorrow?
Sacramento.
They won't miss you. You could just
It's true.
just send the talking heads up there. They'll never know. They go,
That
oh,
would be
Jay's really
great.
good. Okay, so Rodriguez. Anybody else that you really
I'm
desperately
going to
want
watch the XX tonight.
yeah, XX, Danny Brown. I think we're all keen to watch. Foles. I've watched them before. I'll love to watch them again. Who else tonight? They're a fantastic DJ duo.
Anybody else?
No.
And the last question would be, who have you started like running into on the road that have become friends that you thought like, God, I'm amazed I know those guys now.
It's cool actually because we did this festival in Australia and New Zealand called Laneway in January, and a lot of the bands, it's like a travelling festival that goes on for 2 or 3 weeks, and all the bands do all the stops, and so like Yay Sayer are here, Jessie Ware's here, LP is here, Of Monsters and Men are here. It's a bit of a reunion. So
Right.
we're all kind of like saying hi, and that's really nice. I mean, it's really great that we don't really have loads of cool band friends. We tend to just go up and say hello to people and tell them we're big fans of their music. And sometimes they give us the time of day. Usually they do,
Usually they do.
which is nice.
That's gonna, in the next year or so, it's gonna flip around the other way, and you're gonna have all these whack job Hollywood celebrities hanging out and go, I want to direct your video. I got this idea that's gonna be like a ship. Yeah, maybe not. We are here with Alt J. It is 91X. We are at the Coachella Flophouse. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Good
much.
to see you.
Cheers, thank you.
91X.